Record.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another unpredictable podcast from yours truly, Joe Oriani. I am at Joe Oriani's podcast at yahoo.com if you reach me, or you can go to Twitter, Joe3, and leave some snide little comments, or you can even do better than that. You can go to my website, www.truthchat.fun, period. And there you can go ahead and leave comments, make suggestions. And also while you're on there, since I'm not making any money, because I want to start doing remote, I need to make some money. You can go down to the bottom, left-hand side. And if you want to order anything from Amazon, just click it. And that's the quickest way to get there. It doesn't cost you a dime. However, I make $1. So there we go. Donate to the poor, please. Oh, it's not Sunday. Anyway, with that being said, I am back for my little trip to Harrisburg. I did do an interview when I was there with a trooper who was a lovely person. I have to tell you, the troopers in Pennsylvania, if you get stopped by one, they scare the hell out of you. They're strong, they're mean looking, they got the strap under their chin, and they look like they can kick your ass, which they probably could. But they are the nicest people I have ever met. They're actually very human, and we had a lot of fun with them. I don't know if I'll see them again, but I do have one I'm going to do an interview with because I did it, but she did it inside the same room I was, and I was under an escalator, and there was so much static, there was nothing going to happen, nothing good. So anyway, so with that in mind, I want to talk about a couple of things that's in the news today. Joe Biden and his mysterious papers. Donald Trump, they raided Mar-a-Lago or whatever the hell is in Florida. They had the FBI agents go in. According to what I just heard on the news, the reason they didn't want to send FBI into Biden is they didn't want to create a hostile environment. Seriously? That's the best excuse you got? Oh my, the Republicans are going to have a good time with this. The debt ceiling is due in 2 days. With $32 trillion in debt, enough is enough. Now that's money we owe. So let's stop the spending that we didn't spend yet. Cut it back a little. We don't need 87,000 IRS agents, do we? If we do, please tell me. Because they're not going after the rich. They're going after you and me. It used to be that they tried to pass a bill, Republicans did, saying that the IRS will not bother anybody under $400,000, and the Democrats refused to pass it. So with that in mind, when tax time comes around and you knock, I'm a bigger agent, open up, change rate. So be careful of that, please. Do your taxes right. Not that they won't find anything wrong. They can find anything wrong with anybody, whether you're retired, wealthy, poor. If they look hard enough, they can dig something up and say, hey, you forgot to put a dot or a period here on a zero. Oh, that ain't 14 million. It's $14. Sorry. Anyway, so please be careful. The other thing that's in the news is the Giants got to the playoffs. I'm a Giant fan, but even that impressed me. Jacksonville. I was at the casino the other night in someplace in Pennsylvania, Hollywood, Pennsylvania. And I'm watching the Jacksonville game, and I said, well, let's go get something to eat, because they were losing. And I guess they won when I was gone, 31-30. Sorry, I missed the ending. Happy for them. Miami lost, but that was a given. And Tampa, goodbye, Tom Brady. You're going to wind up going to the Raiders, I'm sure. Pretty sure of that. So you can hold me to that one. Now, with that being said, I had promised the last time that we were on, I would talk to you about a little bit about global cooling I pulled up an article here, it's really interesting. I'm gonna read some of it to you. I don't want to keep it too boring. Let's see, let's get to the top. That was a big article. Okay. Global cooling was a conjuncture, especially during the 1970s. An intimate of cooling Earth accumulating in a period of extensive glaciers. Imagine that, just going outside, going on a glacier, ice skating. Due to the cooling effects of aerosols and orbital forcings. Some press reports in the 1970s speculated that continued cooling, these did not actually reflect the scientific literature of the time, which generally was more concerned about warming from the enhanced greenhouse effects. In 1970, the limited temperature series suggested that the temperature had decreased for several decades up to then. A longer term time series of higher quality became available. It became clear that the global temperature showed its increases overall. Excuse me. So what we have here is the same thing we have now. We have a bunch of BS that was started by a bunch of BS, and it's going to end with a bunch of BS. In 1970, scientists have become increasingly aware of estimates of global cooling slowed since 1995. Who cares? They all lied. Let's go down here. This one's fun. In 1923, there was a concern about the new ice age, and Captain Donald Baxter McMillan sailed towards the Arctic, sponsored by the National Geographic Society, to look at evidence of advancing glaciers. In 1926, a Berlin astronomer was predicting global cooling, but that it was ages away. Oh, that's great. Good. We got a ways to go. Concerns that the new ice age was approaching was revived in the 1950s. During the Cold War, there were concerns by Harry Wexler that setting off atomic bombs would hasten new ice age from nuclear winter scenario. Oh, J. Murray Michael showed that in 1933, a multiple cooling since about 1940. A conference on climate change held in Boulder, Colorado in 1965, evidence supporting triggering, especially how calculated small changes sunlight would trigger ice age. You know what? It's getting hotter, they say. It's getting colder, they say. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but this is the planet Earth. It is a planet. It is not a little playground where people could just say, hey, one thing changes in another. It's just the way it is. As a matter of fact, so based on everything I just told you, back in 1970s, we were freezing to death, and now we're gonna melt. Yeah, I'm melting. You know what? Planets change. We can help it. Yes, we can keep the planet clean. We can do our damnedest. I understood from some people that it's world population. All right, go out and kill a billion people and see what happens. That's crazy talk. Now you got John Kerry, climate czar, who flew to Davos, Switzerland, and says, imagine us guys here with just a few people that can save the planet. It's like your terrestrial. And what the hell is he talking about? That guy's a nutcase way back. And he flies on a private plane. We need to drive on a private plane so I can get there. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, let's see what else we got in the news. Oh no, in our playoffs. I can't wait. All right. Cowboys made it. I don't know. I hate them. Yeah. Now in Florida, Governor DeSantis wants his ban of COVID vaccine and mask mandates made law. In other words, if you don't want to wear a mask, you don't wear a mask. A doctor can say what he wants about the vaccine and not go to jail. This is the free state of Florida. And just remember that because that's important. Okay. And be careful, the IRS adjusted its tax brackets. Make sure you check it out. What else we got going on? I don't know. Let's see. It's really relatively quiet in the world. Nothing going on in Ukraine, except apparently Russia's getting antsy and they're building up to the front, so to speak, the Russian front. And he wants 1.5 million people there. That's 1.5 less Russians that'll live. The way I look at it. And then the question comes, when will LeBron James pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points in all time in NBA history? I don't care. I don't like bowling, basketball. What else? That's about it. I think going forward, if I can get, I'm going on a cruise next week. I'm going to Mexico, so I'm not getting off the boat. And hopefully that I can go ahead and just enjoy it, relax. My legs hurt. I have caught a cold coming back. So I've been laid up for a while. Not COVID, just a damn cold. It's a damn cold. Yes. Cold. Anyway, I'm feeling a lot better. My wife is filling me full of drugs. Whee! I went to my Disney onboarding today and I told them Pizza Rizzo's a bust. I will know sometimes when I get the next email if it's Pizza Rizzo's a bust. They don't give me Pizza Rizzo's, I'm not going. I like getting done at 5, 6 o'clock. I don't want to work to midnight, 2 in the morning. And besides, Pizza Rizzo's, I know everybody. I could have a great time. I got in traffic today and I thought, oh my God, Disney traffic, it sucks, it's back. Even coming home from the airport. It was funny coming through the airport. I had to get a shuttle from one end of the terminal to another in Philly. And while I did that, I lost my ticket and my belt broke. So here I go, carrying my iPad, a bottle of water with one hand, holding up my pants with the other, running to the ticket counter and say, I lost my ticket. They gave me another one. Some girl behind me as I tried to struggle to fix the belt. It's one of the napping things. Thank you, please hold it. Thank you. So I had to walk off the plane, one hand holding my pants up. Sad, but I did lose 7 pounds while I was up there, so I'm happy with that. And sometimes losing weight makes you feel tired. I know I went bowling Monday and I don't even know the scores. I just got it over with. I want to go home. And I'm not bowling. I didn't bowl Tuesday. I will bowl Friday. We're leaving Sunday morning. Going on an MSC cruise, which is relatively more inexpensive. But I have $100 onboard credit, $200 onboard credit plus $100 casino credit. So it'll be fun. Maybe I come home with more money. I did the last time. I came home with more money than I went on that cruise. Those are the cruises that fun. We have 3 specialty restaurants planned, already paid for, a steakhouse, another seafood place, and a Japanese sit-down place. So we can. Other than that, things have been relatively quiet. I am waiting for the trooper to get back to me. I am trying to find this girl, Abby, to get back to me. I don't have her email. I can't find it. I know she's a student. She graduates this year, and she's taking communications. So I would really like to hear her story. Again, no, I do it. I could have sworn I took it. I'm getting old and I forget. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. The world has been relatively quiet. So let me see if I can find something else to add in. In other non-important news, unless you're the lady who got eaten by a polar bear in Alaska, first time in 38 years, the first time one attacked. So then you have that basketball player who changed his name to America. He didn't realize that there was a bounty on his head from Turkey, so he had to get out of there and run. No, let's see. What else we got here? Oh, Selena Gomez can hardly keep her hands off her reported new boyfriend. Nah, who cares? Kamala Harris reportedly seen the biggest winner by midterms for my AIDS. Why? That lady has done absolutely nothing. The border's still a damn wreck. Then I was watching this video where a man was leading police after an hour-long goose chase in a stolen John Deere tractor. Wow, we're getting desperate. All right. 2 truck drivers deal with $3,000 worth of fuel from Wawa. Oh, that's fun. And what else we got here? Oh, school boards increasingly restricting comments from concerned parents raising free speech comments, report shows. You know what? If I was a parent and there were some issues with my daughter or some issues I didn't like in school, I'll be damned they're going to shut me up. I guess I'd probably be in jail every day or every week. As a parent, I fight for my kids. I fight for their rights. I fight for their safety. There's a 17-year-old girl complained about a man in her bathroom shower. That's all well and good. So anyway, I would be out there speaking out. All right. Anyway, with all that said, now look at this. Migrants exploring border wall gaps, contaminate crops, threatens nation's food security. From Arizona. Since Washington don't give a shit. Who knows? What else? That's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I am sick. I will try to get somebody to do an interview before I go and hopefully have everything updated. Sorry, I don't feel well, but you can only talk so much when you're not feeling well. You can hear it in my voice. Oh, my voice. Anyway, with that, I'd like to remind you all, if you are not laughing, you are not living. And with that, I will say goodbye. Hopefully I have one on next week. Hopefully. If not, when I come back, we will have to do that. Again, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to go to the website, www.truth.chat, and click on Amazon. It's easy to get to. Have a good one. And leave comments, will you? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to add this little bit on the end. I found this speech given by someone to Oxford. He was a comedian and a podcaster. It's about people that are woke, and he did it to a bunch of woke people. And I find it very interesting. I'm going to try to upload it. It's on a lot of different websites. So here we go. Wish me luck. Okay, ladies. I cannot get that to upload. I'm gonna have to set up a Facebook page after this. But I want you to look up, and I'll spell it, it's a little dark in here. Komstantin is his first name, his last name is Kissin. Check out what he had to say, and you might be a little bit impressed. I was. Good night, all.